Hello Central family, and welcome to another day of lockdown devotions. Today we are in 1 Timothy chapter 6 from verse 3 to 5. We see Paul does not hold back today. He really goes all out to fight against these false teachers, as we spoke about last time. And we really see Paul wants to instruct Timothy to be like, get rid of these false teachers. They are not helping our church at all. They are not steering our church towards godliness. They're not steering our church towards the teachings of Jesus. Get rid of them. Right? He goes so far as to say that these false teachers are just building themselves up in pride. And in their pride, they're trying to make themselves look good. I know all these things. I know all these arguments. I can ask all these good questions. But ultimately, he's saying they're foolish. They don't actually understand the truth. They don't actually know what they're teaching. They are lost, deluded, completely deceived in themselves about their teaching. Right, and at this point, I want to remind you that this is still written to the early church in Ephesus. Right, we can still see this by Timothy being instructed of how he is to establish the church. So the church is not yet established. And Paul really wants his church to be about a single missional focus, saying we need to know the truth of Jesus. We need to know about how he lived, died, paid the price for the sins of those who believed. And now we ought to be pursuing a life that says, I want to run a race towards godliness. And he's saying what these teachers are teaching is not building the church up. It's not bringing the church together. It's not teaching patience. It's not teaching godliness. It's actually creating division within the church. It's separating church over things that do not matter. It's separating people over things that do not matter, do not have any interest other than to build the teacher up. I asked myself this morning, how does this factor into my life? How does this play in? And it was such a good reminder. I think often I'm so tempted, and I often go off on tangents to just pursue side arguments, to pursue getting into some discussion just because it fascinates me. Am I actually living in such a way that seeks to build up my fellow brothers and sisters? That seeks to honor God, seeks to grow them in godliness, grow myself in godliness? Am I running on a mission towards that cross that says, I want the people to know that truth, that is the truth that matters. That is the fundamental thing that should be the base grounding of all my discussions and all my thoughts. Or am I living just to build myself up? I think it's just such a good question and reminder as Paul ends the portion where he says, and they think that godliness is a means of gain. I was so challenged by that, and some of the commentators reverse that, and they say they used gain as godliness. They said, so long as it helps me and makes me look good, it's godly and right. Church, I just want to ask you this morning, are you helping build one another up? Or are you trying to create divisions within this church? Are you trying to just ask arguments just for the sake of arguing? Or do you want to be on a single missional focus towards God that says my gain comes from him and him alone? Hope this helps, church. Enjoy the rest of your day.